Hey, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. Got a little bit of rain earlier today. Hey, SLC Farms, how you doing, Brian? As y'all coming in, make sure y'all hit the thumbs up for us. Mr. Steve Mack's in the house. Mr. Ed's in the house. Dustin's Farm Mall. Mr. Ricky. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a good weekend. Lawson Farms. Lee Harris. Patch of Heaven Farm. Did I win the race? I feel like we had a win because we had a successful test of the car. Did get to put some laps on it. I got some footage. I haven't even looked at it yet, to be honest. I didn't get home till about 3 o'clock this morning. Matt and Andy, how you doing? Yeah, it was after probably 3:30 by the time I got home. Probably 5 before I got into bed this morning. Hey, Mr. Money, how you doing, buddy? Didn't tear nothing up major. That was a plus. We cut a tire, and instead of panicking trying to put another on, we parked it and watched the rest of the racing. Had a good time, actually. Hey, Mr. Gordon, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, we had fun. We sure did. The car actually surprised me. The car was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. It was me holding the car back more so, if I had to guess. Hey, Easton, how you doing? Ryan just finished supper. I believe that's what that is. Yeah, you don't have to turn it left much at all, Brian. You mostly turn it to the right. It's going to take me a while to get used to the feel of the car and to know that the car is going to be under me. Yeah, Easton, we were busy, buddy. I'm going to get you that shirt, though. We were crazy busy this week. Bork had it hooked up for us. Matt and Andy's in the house chatting with us. Yeah, I was proud of how it done so far. Like I said, we just got to figure it out. Didn't want to cause a ruckus or nothing or tear our stuff up or nobody else's. And we'll get probably the, excuse me, after the live tonight, I might try to mess with the footage a little bit and see what it looks like. Mr. Tony Walsh, you late. Oh, you was watching the space shuttle in Florida? Lee's watching it on TV. Lakeview had 113 or 115 cars altogether last night, I believe. I don't even know how many was in the modified class, to be honest. I think there was 13 or 15. Yeah, we scratched the paint up. It's beat up. Yeah, it's got some rough marks on it. I didn't get to record the ending to the thing, so that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'll record and talk about what happened a little bit, so it'll go in that video. Oh, yeah, man, we had a blast. Had a ball. Oh, that's a lot of Jackie. I don't know what that's about, but rubbing it. Oh, yeah. I think I saw your text last night, Ricky, and I texted you back, but that was real late. And when I commented back to you, they was lining them up for the race then. That was probably 1 o'clock. Supposed to rock right out the gate. Yeah. I'm too realistic for that. Not, and we've been out of racing for 10 years, and these other guys has been steady racing. Little Ricky won last night. You finished fourth. Good deal. Yeah, Mr. Tony's buffering. Is anybody else having any issue with the feed? Mr. Steve's not buffering. Mr. Ed says it's just Tony. You got that slow internet, Mr. Tony. Lee said the sound is kind of weird. Dustin's Farm Mall. What's going on, buddy? Sounds good too, Mr. Steve, on your end. Okay. Ran second for most of the race. Yeah, our plan was just to go to get you don't get no practice time. I think we had like 3 laps in the practice, and your practice was combined for your qualifying. So the next time we was on the track was racing. And I was just, like I said, just trying to get the feel for it to see how it felt and if the car, how it reacted to me behind the wheel. Mr. Steve dropped a link to the merch, and there will be racing shirts and stuff on there real soon. Your ears is always ringing. Hey, Mr. Billy, how you doing, buddy? If y'all just coming in, make sure y'all hit that thumbs up for us. Mr. Scott, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, I was actually getting in our car, getting ready, and I heard them announcing that two of them front-wheel drive cars flipped over on the front stretch. This coming weekend, Thursday night is an open practice, and we'll probably try to go. And then they're racing Friday night, and then another race Saturday night. Don't know that we'll try to make all of it, but depends on how busy we are here on the farm. Robert Harris, you've missed us on so many times. Glad you made it in. I'm glad you made it in too, Robert. And I appreciate you watching our stuff, buddy. Rick made it in. What's going on, buddy? I was going to do a live Friday, but I had to go next to Georgia for a football game. Friday was my birthday. I was going to do a little live and hang out for a few minutes, but wasn't able to do it. We was on the road all day. Got home Friday night about 2 o'clock in the morning. Or got 2 o'clock Saturday morning, actually. Is that a truck? It's actually we've got it on a 3-bar right now on the car. After we run it a few more times, we might go to a 4-bar system on it. Bam Racing on YouTube has good videos from Lakeview. From last night, Mr. Ricky? They already got some up from last night? Thank you, Mr. Steve. And I reckon I can tell them what I got in the mail, Mr. Steve, if that's all right with you. Scott, thank you for the birthday wish, buddy. Thank you, Mr. Ricky. Ricky seeing you. Father's name. 44. I know that's a lot of gray hair for just 44, ain't it? Thank you, Mr. Ed. Let me write that down. I think that's the guy that got in touch with me the other day about coming to Lakeview. Let me back up and find the name of that channel. I can write it down. Okay. All right, let me catch back up on the comments. Are young. We don't feel that young some mornings getting up and started. Appreciate you coming in, Ryan. Have a good one, buddy. Hey, Rocky Run. Appreciate you coming in. Rural Life with Ron. Just still have here. Rick Bort, $20. Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much. Farmer brings out the gray. I will vouch for that. I come home Friday. We had to leave, and like I said earlier, we had to go next to Georgia for a football game. We got home about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. And there was a package on my porch, and I brought it in and opened it up. It didn't say who it was from or nothing. I opened it up, and it was a GoPro Hero 7. And then I look in the package and it's from Amazon, and Mr. Steve Mack sent us a GoPro for our birthday. That was so nice, Mr. Steve. And I used my old one last night because I didn't want to run the new one without putting it in a case, because that dirt and stuff will scratch the lens up so bad on it. Hey, AJ, what's going on, buddy? Mr. Wang made it in. $20 won't buy a tire. Hey, but it's still a help, man. Anything, pennies make dollars, guys. And $20 is a lot to me. Might not be a lot to Mr. Ricky. I think Mr. Ricky got a lot of money. All them race cars and stuff they be messing with. Had to watch the launch. Yeah, that's what several people was talking about, the launch. Only thing I was watching launch earlier was the back of my eyelids. Not getting no sleep or nothing to eat. I ate Friday night about 11:30 on the time we left the ball game. Then the next time I ate was 20 minutes ago, or an hour ago now, from Friday night. I was hungry. Like you would have a. I hope that new one's simple to operate. I hope it ain't nothing crazy. If it is, Mr. Steve's going to have to research it for me and tell me how to run it. We used to hold a bunch of our replacement heifers back, and we would try to keep us about 8 or 10 at a time, replacements, to put in a new pen when we was growing our cow-calf operation. And then we would always pick a new bloodline bull to put with those. But when we restructured our farm last winter going into spring, now we're not concentrating no effort towards growing the cow herd. As soon as we can wean them off, we putting them on the road. We putting shoes on them and sending them down the road. Got to get rest and food. That's a lot of contribution to the channel, Mr. Steve. You do a lot for us here, buddy. I try to talk to you as often as I can and make sure that you know how much I appreciate all you do here for us, Mr. Steve. You're a big part of us, buddy. Brian tries to keep every heifer. Yeah, that's cool if you're still trying to grow your size. That's what I would recommend that if you're still growing. You need to put a drone on follow you when you get in the car. Brian will do that, Mr. Ricky. I'm too nervous to let mine try to follow me. Back. Hey, Kayla, appreciate you dropping in. I enjoyed your live the other Friday night, 2 weeks ago. Really enjoyed getting to y'all answer some questions about y'all's haying operation and stuff. Y'all got a nice setup. Yeah, Mr. Steve is a good guy. Hey, Mark's Motorsports, what's going on, buddy? Anybody has any questions about breeding? We'll have a vet check when we pre-check. Hey, Luke Strasser, how you doing, buddy? We're doing good. Had an awesome time at the races last night. Actually carried a car that we went to Rick's and picked up and been working on a lot. Finally got to shake it down and put a few laps on it and did do some recording. I haven't looked over it, but maybe we'll have enough to put y'all a video together of us playing with it. Yeah, Jason did. He come around some the other night when they started asking him questions about the fencing and stuff that he was comfortable with answering. He come around a lot better than my wife was. It's gonna be hard to get my wife on YouTube. So what's everybody got going on the weekend? Should have been Rick had it set up. 60-mile-an-hour winds. It feels good here. I think it's probably in the 70s out there now. Yeah, I can see how that gets aggravating, having to ask him a question that he just explained and you didn't have a camera on or was too far off and couldn't hear him. The recording part makes a 20-minute job take 35 minutes a bunch of times, just doing the recording and stuff, because you have to slow down and set the camera and move it. Hey, Norman, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in. Yeah, I think we're close right now on the gear. When we had a pretty bad miss in the car when we went out to the first and only practice and qualifying, we had a bad miss. It was probably running on 6 cylinders, and we fixed that issue and made a few adjustments on it and went out for the race. And the car actually surprised me. The car was under me. So now I've just got to adjust for running that type of suspension car. I got to get used to it and confident that it's going to be under me to throw it down in there the way they throw them into corners. Hope it clears all the leaves off the tree. 60-mile-an-hour winds will probably come close to getting them. Trying to get ready for rifle deer season. Hey, Miss Joey, how you doing? I bet that is aggravating, having one tree that holds the leaves until after the snow. Then you have to clean them up later. I don't know if I got a koozie out here. Like riding a bicycle, you never forget. Yeah, but when you're learning like a bicycle, you skin your knees up a lot. I don't want to skin my knees up. I really don't know what frame that's on the back of that. It's a Chevelle front clip, Norman. I really don't know what actual name brand frame part is that the stub's put on. Just hope the wind blows at least over to the neighbors. Wear extra pants. Yeah, we could always use some help, Norman. We can always use some help. Let me grab me a drink out the refrigerator. Y'all give me 1 second. Feeding cat. I told y'all that there's 2 cats out there now, didn't I? Now I got another one that's took up. Out of all these koozies I got, I'm out here got to wrap a napkin around my drink. Oh, I was way back before you put that in there, Mr. Ed. Are you local around here, Norman? Yeah, we have had it on the scales and stuff already. Yep. Yeah. Send us a koozie. We'll sure use it on the live. And not on the live. Mr. Steve will put the address in there for you, Kayla. I'm in South Carolina, Norman. Yeah, I've been meaning to call Rick to ask him about that. See how he's got it, how he had it set up. We did a lot of changing on it since we got it. We've actually gone through the motor, freshened it up. That motor is not even in the car now. I'm going to try to go this coming Thursday night. Thursday night's an open practice. And we'll get way more track time and can try stuff at an open practice like that. Mark said he might go live on Friday or Saturday night. There's the P.O. box. If y'all want to send us a koozie or a whatever. And if you send something, if you don't want it, if you don't want me to share it and tell people, make sure you put a note in there with it so I don't show people, because I do get stuff from people that they watch our stuff but they don't comment and stuff like that. They behind the scenes. And I'm sure some of them's in here right now. What time they're practicing Thursday? I'll look it up for you, Mr. Ricky. There's our email address. Mark's got in there. Hey, Nick, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, Mr. Steve runs this show here. I'm just the one he makes sit in front of the camera. Don't think if I do something wrong, too, he don't let me know. He'll be calling me up. Like when I went to Rick's. I'll try to look on my phone right now. Steve has long puppet strings. Yeah. Yes, we sure did, Mr. Steve. I meant to mention that a couple weeks back. Our local news kept telling us for 6-8 months that they had passed whatever was supposed to pass, so we wouldn't be changing times and blah blah blah. And then that day come around and we had to change times, so that was just how it went. Billy Todd's going next Saturday night. Are y'all running anything there, Billy? Are you going to watch? They had a crowd last night. Steve's still trying to fix the channel after going to Rick's. Yeah, he's still working on it. I can't multitask good, y'all. I'm trying to do one thing and not pay attention. Yeah, that's the same thing they told us. Here, it seems like the next one's always going to be the one that's going to be the different one. You know, well, next time we ain't going to change. Next time, and so I'm just going to continue changing it like everybody until I'm the oddball, and I'll go back. Going to watch. I think, I'm not sure if Friday or Saturday night's going to be the Run What You Brung late model. That was an awesome race last year. But after next weekend, the racing will pretty much be over, I believe, in our area. Hey, thank you, Miss Becky. Sure appreciate that. We're getting older. Climbing in age now. That's good, though. Excuse me. Thank you, Mark. You're right, Mr. Ed. If we keep living, we're going to get older, ain't we? Thank you, Lee. My birthday was Friday. I was going to put a short live up and hang out, but we was on the road and didn't get home until late, 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. So I just aborted that idea and moved on. Depends on where you're going. We're thinking about making a trip up to the edge of the mountains here around Thanksgiving. So if any of y'all's in that area, we might can meet up somewhere. Fight getting over as much as you can. Hey, Bob Bruce, how you doing, buddy? Can't be that bad. How you doing, DLK? I'm just tired, buddy. We had a long weekend. And then I slept too much today. I'm tired from sleeping now, I believe. Used to run dirt. Late model, I reckon. Pretty interesting. Yeah, they was going to run some dirt cars on the asphalt track here earlier the year before everything changed. Yep, it was Friday the 13th. That's right, Mr. Tony. He said he's not in a hurry to go up or down. Aches and pains is what's bad, Gordon. Becky's foot's 99% healed. That's great news. Space shuttle launched. Thank you, Brian. Up is the only way to go, Scott. This your makeup could be sharper. Yeah, I could turn the lights on, but I didn't. It'd take me longer to cut them off when I get through. Christopher Phelps, appreciate you dropping in. Last night was a blast. Mr. Steve dropped there's our Teespring link for merch. Or if you want to buy it from an individual, Mr. Steve's got a link from my brother-in-law, which does merch for us also. But we should have some racing merch coming out real soon. I'm waiting on some pictures to come from the car at the track, from us being at the track last night. As soon as we can get a good picture of the car, we're going to try to get some decent racing shirts put up there for y'all to get if you're interested in one. Appreciate you coming in, Mr. Billy. Have a good week, buddy. Couldn't imagine having. I'm glad I don't have to get up that early. Wasn't much college football Saturday. Get it beat up so more didn't get pictures. Oh, it's beat up already. I mean, it ain't trashed or nothing yet, but we did get it scuffed up a good bit last night. Trying to get a video scheduled in for Sunday evenings. Excuse me, I don't watch much sports no more. We just do the farming, the YouTube stuff, and I like my racing. Ryan's back. He said it's raining hard and he can't sleep. Oh man, you should be able to sleep good with it raining on 10. It might be raining too hard on 10 though. Mark said the Vikings is playing tomorrow night. SEC was about shut down for the virus. Yeah, we did scuff up Mr. Ricky stuff, and I think everything has come through with the Pucker Butt Pepper Company. We've got their logos put on the car. Mr. Ed Curry, the inventor of the Carolina Reaper, we got him put on. So maybe we'll have got us some notes to work off of, especially we get another test or a race in here before we go into the winter. Maybe we can try to make a good charge at some racing next year. Mr. Ricky says nothing we can't fix. Thumbs up. Yeah, man. And if y'all haven't, make sure y'all do hit that thumbs up for us. John, appreciate you stopping in from Missouri. How's the weather in Missouri, John? Let me see what is the temperature here right now. What's everybody got planned for the upcoming week? It's 69 degrees here. Supposed to be 65 tomorrow, 68 Tuesday. Heard you got a cheat to run in the front. Well, I hope not. I hope not. We have run in the front and won without cheating. And I think it'll be possible again. Like I said, this is a totally new class to us. All new suspension stuff that we've never ran with, but I don't give up easy. I'm still farming. It'll be easy to quit farming. I think so, Mr. Ricky. Yep, I think they like the Pucker Butt Pepper Company decals. Yes, sir. Thank you so much for cutting all this stuff out and putting it together and for us in such short notice. Wednesday, the high is 54, down to freezing Wednesday night. No chance of rain through the next 10 days. That's a plus. We got 6 inches of rain here last Tuesday and Wednesday. Some places got it to 13 inches, not far from me. I never thought we was going to get to have a race last night, but them guys really worked hard. Kaylin got a fence and moved cattle. YouTube. Who knows what'll actually happen? Mr. Steve's the richest Canadian on here. Chance of snow all week and next week. Y'all just make sure y'all keep that snow. Mr. Monty's got the day job. We've got to go over everything and check the antifreeze and stuff like we do every year. I don't think we had to add water to nothing, but the 574, when Gordon was here, I did add probably a liter of water to it, so I'm going to check it. Check everything just to make sure. Working outside. Real icy, I reckon. After the last race, we're going to put a new body on it. That's right. Yep, we plan on it, Mr. Ricky. Hang some new sheet metal on it. And might even do some modifications on that cockpit area. I'll have to run all that by you and see. I've got a few ideas about how I want to move some stuff around. Shop for the spray buggy. Try to. It won't get over 20 degrees there until next Saturday. Then they're calling for snow. That's a lot different than ours. Well, I want to lower the cockpit too, Mr. Monty. I can fit in it. It is a tight fit getting in. It wouldn't hurt to cut back on a few of these beverages. My shed, to make my shed a little smaller. But yeah, the main thing I want to do is lower it. You'll need thicker underwear. Time to come and visit now with all that weather. Yeah, did it get in it? Did the water come up more after I talked to you the other day, Brian? Or is that high as it got? Hope you didn't get too much stuff messed up, buddy. Y'all guys is wrong. And see, and I just keep right on getting on here without blocking y'all. I don't know, Mark. I don't know that I'm going to even mess with it. Because we got 6 inches of rain last week, buddy. Y'all guys just won't believe me trying to tell y'all how wet a year we've had. And even Gordon Bright didn't understand it with me talking to him and telling him all year until he showed up here a couple weeks ago to help rake. And I mean, it's just, we've been so saturated. And we're going to rut the field up for a half of a cutting. There's just, you got to weigh your odds on it. And I don't think it's worth messing with. Got to get the weight down low. Tore out some fences in the back. Wow. Yeah, I saw it on TV that night, Lee. Where I talked to Brian that day and saw it on the TV where it was flooding up next to Charlotte and stuff. The rivers and stuff's crazy high here too. Lower the cockpit to lower the weight in the center of gravity. Yep, y'all on the right track now. Plus, I mean, I am trying to watch my intake, which I've been trying to. I don't eat a lot of food, but I do drink in the afternoons. And I think I said, I believe it wouldn't hurt to be more healthy anyway. Two tenths every day. The vines won't dry out. Yes. Like I said, we got 6 inches. The racetrack got 6 inches, and right down 4 miles down the road, some places got 13 inches of rain. It's unreal how wet we are. Spent 2 days cleaning it up. Yeah, it is. Yeah, my boy. I agree, Mr. Monty. Interesting. You about 13 inches a year. Had sockets in his pockets trying to cheat at the scale. Yeah, Rusty Wallace's son. I can't remember his name. Stephen. I think it's Stephen Wallace. I couldn't even know where to guess how much rain we've had this year. A lot. I know that it won't surprise me though. The local news will be saying here shortly that how much of a drought or deficit our rain's in. I'm sure they never cease to say that. Surprise me on the news. Like I said, our local stuff. They'll come on. Well, we only 8 inches behind for the year or something, and there's no way. Now, if they go off of the numbers from this year, next year we'll be feet behind in rain. City Slickers water supply. Yeah, if next year they gauge it off of this year, then we're going to be feet behind. We'll never catch up. We got the hay trailer finished. I've got that video put up. We got it finished and back delivered. Sales picked up last week. Hope to have another good week or two. That's good, buddy. I sure hope so, Brian. The NDT show. What's going on, buddy? Glad you made it in. If y'all just coming in, make sure y'all pound that thumbs up for us. Three days without rain's a drought. See, make up for rain with snow. Yeah. Just hit it. Appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, we're going to get got to start getting some hay hauled in to the staging areas at our cow pens. We normally like to, somewhere around Thanksgiving, we like to have it all hauled and clean up around the fields if we can. Yep, Mr. Wayne, you sure will, buddy. I've got it recorded. I'll probably drop that video probably Tuesday for y'all. We'll drop it up there Tuesday, and y'all can check that out. NDT show. Thank you, buddy. Dropped us $2. I sure do appreciate it. I haven't. I don't know if my wife has come up with a full name yet, but I got to drop on y'all another video. You know, we normally drop videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and there'll be a few mixed in now, like, you know, a Wednesday or a Friday or whatever of that calf and other stuff. But I've got to get another one up on the calf. The calf's doing good. She was just out there hollering. Actually, when I went live, when I first started, my wife was out there bottle feeding her then. Get your barn emptied. What are you getting out of your barn, Brian? Rent one for a day. What are you trying to clean out of there, buddy? You have your tillage video up tonight or tomorrow. Good deal. Geraldine. Yeah, they normally come into their little name. You know, you'll just be calling them something before you know it. We had one probably about 18 months ago now that we bottle fed here at the house, and I didn't record none of it. So when my buddy Don at Atkinson Cattle Company had this one, I reached out to him and told him that if he wasn't going to keep it, that I would like to get it to make a few videos on and raise it up. We like to try to give them a good chance. And that the last one we raised, she's still spoiled. She's out in the pen with some juvenile calves. She's doing good. Okay, moving bales out. Okay. I got to get a tire put on my trailer. If I get a tire put on, I could probably just run up there one day and help you move it or something. But I busted a tire last night coming home from the racetrack. My local tire guy, actually there's a tire shop that's come on board with us on the race car also. Brayfield's Tire and Automotive. He might have one in stock. I'll buzz him up in the morning. If he's got one, we'll have it on there tomorrow. If not, as soon as we can get one ordered, we'll get it on. Yeah, but Scott, he knows you're picking. That's one thing I hope that most of y'all guys and gals that hang out on here with us and has been around for a while, y'all know that like me, I give Brian a hard time and Brian gives me a hard time. And a lot of times I'll have something put in his comment and then I don't do it because I don't want none of y'all or his people to ever think that I'm being ugly to him, because I'm just picking with him, and he picks with me and gives me a hard time the same way. Chop the top of the messy. Talked with 2 attorneys last week. Dustin, your hay sales are slowed down too. It'll work out, Brian. It'll all work out, buddy. If it's meant to be, it's going to be. You ain't sitting around looking for something with your hand held out. You working and sweating, buddy. It's going to work out. They'll bite when the flakes fly. Only problem in mine and Brian's area, Lawson, we don't have too many flakes flying here. That's right, Mr. Ed. There ain't no changing the destiny. If it's meant to be, it's going to be, buddy. Like I said, you work hard. You ain't sitting there with your hand held out. Going to do sitting on the porch. Well, this Sunday night to me, Wayne, is like all of us are sitting out on the porch or at an old gas station, sitting around drinking a soda, BSing. I mean, that's the main reason I keep doing it. Yeah, that's keeps me going. There's something called consolidation that keeps you still in business. We normally sell large volumes too. Well, that's good that you are diversified like that now, Brian, with that beef and the market that you got in your area. Have your soda right next to you. That's right. Quietly solve the world's problems right here. No one's listening to us. That's right, Mr. Ed. They ain't putting it out on a big enough scale, are they, buddy? If they put us out on a big network and people would pay attention, then they would help a lot of people out. Come, give me 1 second, guys. A gap. I know it's been over a second, Ed. Ooh, let's see. We're looking at chapter 12. It's just for farmers, but one column. Need snow bad. And if you ever get down, on a bad stretch, it seems like that's when people put their darn foot on your throat. If you ever get a little bit behind, I said it's just like it piles up so fast on you. But just hang in there, buddy. See, I don't have a lot of money to help you with, but I got me, and my back's still good, and I'll do what I can. Ag, wow, what's going on, buddy? Y'all was talking about me behind my back. Oh, I see my name up there. Now I got to scroll back, see what y'all was saying. Oh, that wasn't nothing. Yeah, you're right, Gordon. If it kills that pastures off. And there is a lot of abundance of not top quality hay this year. I mean, I'm in that same boat. Our hay grew awesome this year, but our ground stayed wet, and we had to make decisions on whether to go out there and tear the fields up to try to cut the premium hay and hope that it would dry with the ground being wet and rutting your field up, or just wait and let the hay go past its prime, thinking about the next year. It's always crazy tough decisions. Oh, okay. When you're down, they talk about you behind your back. Call it farming, not banking. I mean, if I had payments on our farm stuff, I would be in trouble too, I'm sure. We're just, I reckon, crazy and fortunate enough that I run the old wore out junk that I got and be mad all the time working on it, trying to keep it going. Because if I had them payments, I know I would be not good right now too. Okay, well, that's awesome to hear that that you'd still be able to do your same thing, just won't be on the same scale. But even with your older stuff, you can still put the same quality of hay up. Then you can still always grow back if that's what you wanted to still do. You doing all right today, Ag Wild? I saw that snow at your place the other day when you was riding around and left your gate open and had to go back and close it. Peachy. Well, guys and gals, it's already been 1 hour and 7 minutes. I didn't realize that. I reckon we're going to wrap it up and hop off of here and try to get this shop all closed up. And I appreciate each and every one of y'all for supporting us here at Gerraldfarms. Hope y'all all have a good week. We'll have a video out on Tuesday and Thursday if the good Lord's willing. Look forward to seeing all of y'all next Sunday night. Take care and have a good one.